Hello and welcome to the 100th episode. For this episode I'm going to be sort of redoing an older pattern with an improvement. This is the improved Black Magic Spider. So the Black Magic Spider has probably been the best performing fly pattern on my channel. And it's also been a very good performer last season, fishing on still waters, rivers and reservoirs for various species of fish. I think I've caught at least, I've caught brown trout, rainbow trout, grayling, dace, chub, roach. I think that's about it. Yeah. That's how many species I've caught on the pattern, and it's extremely versatile. You can fish with it anywhere, and when things are difficult you can't really beat anything small and black. So I'm going to be trying the improved version. Now I've improved it in terms of longevity. I found personally that if you were using the barbed variety of the fly and you needed to use your forceps to get it out, the body was unfortunately falling apart. So I've made an attempt to try and improve the body, so it's a little bit more hard wearing. I mean, if you really do clamp down with the forceps, it's going to still break, but hopefully it'll last a bit longer. Also, if you get a tuft under the one of the turns of thread, it just ruins the fly. So brown trout's little velcro like teeth can really ruin it. So this is what I've done to try and improve it. So to tie the pattern we're going to need a uni thread in black. In the vise we have a size 14 B405. That seems to have been the best size. I've caught them on 10s, 12s, 14s and 16s, but 14 is the one that seems to be doing the business. And also for the rib we're going to need, this is the main ingredient that I'm on about. I've got this invisible thread, which is actually a black monofilament or nylon, and I'm using that for a rib, and it creates a very nice looking body. That's the main improvement really. And then for the hackle we're going to be using an Indian Cock Cape dyed black. We're going to be using some of the smaller feathers towards where my finger is now. And then for the thorax we're going to be using some Peacock Herl. So to get started we're going to come in at the eye with the thread and then just put a few turns in just to get started and stop. And then get a piece of your monofilament or nylon. You can use just normal fishing line for this, so long as it's very fine. It's not easy to tie in, so just bear with me. It wants to go around the hook all the time. Let's try a pinch turn. There we go, we got it. Now you want to try and keep it so it's along the shank. Now some of you will want to stop probably in line with the point. The traditional spiders are tied like that, but I actually prefer to use the whole length of the body. Excuse me, the whole length of the shank, so that the thread dangles between the point and the barb. And then we're going to start doing our body. And then stop about there, and that will probably do it for the taper. You don't want it dressed too heavily. Then we're going to stop about there because we're going to leave room for the thorax and the hackle. So then we're going to wind this mono Fairly close turns. Because it's slippery stuff, I'm going to trim it about there and then proper lock it in. There we go. So then we're going to get a piece of Peacock Herl. I'm going to tighten thick end first. Like so. And then we're going to wind our thorax. Leaving room for your hackle. So you want about 1.5 to 2 head lengths of space. Tidy up just a fraction, ready for your hackle. Now you want a fairly small feather. I'm going to get rid of the fluff there and tie it in. Trim away the stalk. Now I've recently picked up some new hackle pliers. These are the midge version of the Elite Stonfo Elite hackle pliers. They've got a much smaller head on it and it's ideal for tying smaller hackles, so that's what we're going to go with, as it's a midge pattern. You want about 3 turns of your hackle. That will do nicely. Don't worry about the fibres going forward, we'll sort that out in just a second. I'm going to come in and trim the excess. Brush the fibres back and then start forming your head. Lovely. Just swept back nicely, that hackle's the perfect length as well. And then whip finish. There we go. Trim away close. And then varnish to finish. So I think this has been a good candidate for the 100th episode. It's a shame I couldn't do it with my new voice. I've recently had communication from F&F. I emailed them directly and they're telling me March 2026. So it will have been 5 months at that point. But there we are. Sometimes we have to wait for quality. So never mind. This has been the improved Black Magic. Hopefully you can see how nice the body looks now with the monofilament rib. Thank you all very much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye for now.